Hi, welcome back to another video. This one is a different one because this is something that I've not seen a lot of people talk about. Like, I've never watched anyone talk about pet peeves in a more mental health scenario or a personal development scenario. But today I'm going to be talking about my 10 major pet peeves when it comes to mental health, spirituality, or personal development, and I just cannot stand these at all. So if you have one of these, let me know down in the comments below. And if you agree or disagree with one of mine, let me know down in the comments below. Let's go. So all of these pet peeves are going to be a mixture of personal development, mental health, productivity, spirituality, and all of those aspects. These don't actually fit into one criteria of just mental health or just personal development. It's just an overall list that I have curated because I just cannot stand these things at all. It annoys the fuck out of me, honestly speaking. The first one is people making fun of themselves in a group setting. Like, okay, I know you want people to think that you have a good sense of humor, but I don't think that that sense of humor comes from making fun of your own self in front of other people. In this same category, also those people who always, talk sarcastically about themselves, or they're always like, oh yeah, I'm so dumb, like, oh, I'm so stupid, I don't understand anything. The fuck, dude? Like, I mean, why? Like, what is your motive behind doing that? I really, really want to know. Now that I've started to say these things out loud, I feel that this is gonna be more of a rant video than a normal video. But yeah, I mean, what's your motive of making fun of yourselves? Honestly, what happens is when you make fun of yourself, your subconscious is just gonna make fun of you. There's no growth happening, and it's just such a bad way to show yourself love. And I hate it. I used to do that. I stopped doing it once I realized that it was actually having a negative impact on me. Just don't make fun of yourself. I know that everybody is not perfect and you are not perfect for sure, even I am not. But that does not mean that you have to make fun of your own self in front of other people just to show that, oh, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why people do that. I just don't know. Okay, for me, it used to happen like very subconsciously, and when I realized it, I stopped doing it. So, in the same category, I would say people who always bring up their traumas to gain sympathy. Why? My question is, why do you want to do that? Like, you if you have gone through something in your life, and I get it, okay, I get it that you have gone through shit in your life, but it's your decision to move ahead from it, like grow from it, instead of sitting in the same shithole, and then cribbing about the fact that you are going through all of those things. It is your trauma. It's in your hands to move past it or to sit there with it, holding it really, really tight and just telling the whole world that, look, like, this is my trauma, this is what I'm going through, so don't come near me, I'm not going to be a good person to you. Because trust me, if you just keep on doing that, if you just keep on bringing up your trauma in each and every conversation with everyone, it is gonna make other people feel that, oh my god, like, this person just does not want to get over shit at all in their lives. And trust me, that is a very big red flag for me. If I see that in a friend, for me, that is a very big red flag. When I say that, when I see a friend talking to me every time bringing up their trauma, I feel that, oh my god, like, this person has a very huge issue with letting go of things. And probably if I do something with them, by any chance, if I stop talking to them in the future or something happens, this person is never gonna let that go. And also showcases that what, like, how big of a problem forgiveness is for you. Like, I'm not saying that if somebody has assaulted you, you should forgive them. No, I'm not talking about major extreme trauma. What I'm talking about is moving ahead from that trauma and not sitting in it and always making your life decisions based on what trauma you actually went through. Like, that is crazy to me, honestly. Like, you have to move out of it. You have to get out of it one day or the other. I'm not saying get over it. I'm not saying move on. I'm just saying get out of it. Find a way to grow from it, and just, At one point you have to let it go. That's what I'm saying. You have to learn from it and you have to let it go. You have to give yourself grace. And these people who just don't do that and who just keep on bringing up their traumas irritate me the most. Like, okay, I know that you've been through shit in your life. Even I have been through shit in my life, and everybody has. That does not stop you from living tomorrow. That is not stopping you from doing things in your life that are good for you. If it is stopping you, then you should probably go to a therapist and seek help. Talking about therapists, I do not like people who do not seek help just because they are afraid that they would be judged or they would be, told things that they shouldn't be told. It's your life, dude. It's your mental health. At one point, you have to rebel towards these people who stop you from seeking help. And, if you are afraid of judgment or if you're afraid of people saying something to you, I think that says a lot about where you stand in your own life and why you should actually you need to seek help instead of just sitting in your own bubble. Next one I have is people who just don't take time to deal with issues and problems and situations. I know not everybody needs time to deal with these things. Some people just deal with it like very, very effectively and very like sooner than others, but sometimes something really big happens, and I have seen like two kinds of people. Number one are those people who would just sleep it off and forget it the next day. And I hate those people, because especially if I am in that situation with that person, or, there are other people involved in the same situation as you cannot just sleep it off. You have to talk about it at one point. And then that's the problem, you sleep it off or you just forget about it, and the next day or the day after that, you just don't talk about it to other people who were involved in the same situation as you. It just shows, at one point, it's just ignorant, And the second kind of people that I've seen are people who take like a lot of time figuring it out, and they just don't understand how to do it. So every time you ask them a question about how you're feeling or, how are things happening and blah, 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 their answer is just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know what is happening. And that's it. I don't like neither of these people. I just don't like any of these people, because I feel that, number one, I don't think you should be that clueless with what you're feeling, okay, with your own feelings and emotions. And number two, I don't think you should just let go of things that easily as well. I mean, I know I might be wrong here, but trust me, like, at least take a day to process whatever is happening, understand what you are feeling and what emotions you're going through. I don't, maybe I'm just jealous of people who just sleep it off or just forget it so easily, and I can't do that because I just keep on overthinking about everything. Maybe. The next one I have is not planning your life ever. Like, I cannot deal with these people who just do not think twice about making a decision in their life, or twice about making a choice in their life or taking a step in their life. I do not know how people live without introspection and reflection. Like, I saw this quote on Pinterest or something where, that voice in your head, 50-60% of people don't have that voice in your head. And I am just like, how do they not have that voice in their head? Because trust me, if I wouldn't have that voice in my head, I would go crazy. Like, I already am. But in a way where I would be clueless all the time. I would not know what to do with my life, how to move ahead with my life, what is right, what is wrong, where am I failing, where am I, doing good in life. I would not know any of these things if I don't have that voice in my head. And I just don't know how people don't plan things in their life. Like, I am a very huge planner, okay? I know people don't plan sometimes, and it's okay if you don't plan it. It's fine. But when it comes to like career or studies or relationships or the future in general, I am a planner. I love planning, and I would I would plan your life if you give me a chance, honestly. But how do people just not plan anything? Like how? Like I am like really curious. As I'm talking and as I'm making this video, I'm like really curious about these same people and these same things. Like how do you not plan? How do you not have that voice in your head? How do you not think twice before making a decision and you just go ahead and do it without, thinking that it won't have consequences? And these same exact people are also afraid of making, or taking risks in their life, but they are risking basically everything. So how is that happening? This is the reason why I want to learn psychology. Next one I have is comfort zone kills. Comfort zone issues. People who live in their comfort zone, people who love to stay at home and, just be in bed all day or just be in that safe zone. How do you do that? Like, are you not a teensy bit curious about what's out there, or you're not teensy bit, you don't have that much belief or faith in your own self that you can actually go ahead and do things in your life? What is it? Like, I think more than these things being pet peeves for me, I think these are like the things that I am way more curious about. Like, I want to know what makes a person stay in their comfort zone. I know it's comfortable, I know it is safe, I know it is amazing, it's so blah blah blah, but why is my question. Why do you want to stay there? If you have stayed in your comfort zone for so long and nothing has changed in your life, what makes you think that if you stay in your comfort zone another day, another week, another month, another year, it's gonna change your life so much? How the hell is it gonna change anything? It's as easy as saying, like, oh my god, if you have a drinking problem, what problem is drinking solving anyways? And why do you drink then? I don't know. Yes, there are some things where even I stay in my comfort zone. I do things the way I want to. I take my time with things. But I have come out of my comfort zone a lot, many times. Like me recording this video, being on camera since so many years is something that it's basically the most biggest thing. It's the biggest thing that I've done to come out of my comfort zone is for myself. Like it, I can't even speak. Is for me to put myself out there on YouTube. And I don't know why people are so afraid of just, getting out of their house and doing something that might actually entertain them. Next one I have is treating other people as though they are stupid or dumb, or they don't have an opinion or a say in things which are going on in your life. For example, like your parents or your spouse. If you have a spouse, or even obviously you might have parents, and you think that every time they shouldn't have a part in your decision making, or if there is a huge decision that you have to make and you are just like, okay, I'm not gonna ask my parents about it, or I'm not gonna ask my spouse, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Trust me, even with parents, it's fine, but when it comes to a spouse, you cannot just go ahead and do whatever you want to do, because you have to think about each and everything, how every decision of yours is going to affect the relationship, how every decision or change that you make in life is going to affect the dynamic that you have at home with your spouse. You have to think about these things, and you have to talk to them, like talk to these very important people in your life about these things before making a decision. It's not about, like they don't have an opinion, or they just, you don't want to listen to them or anything. Fine, do whatever you want to do, but at least listen to what they have to say as well in the process, and listen to it in a mature way. Not like, okay, yeah, I get it, whatever you're saying, but I'm gonna do whatever I want. No, not in that sense. I'm just saying that, okay, talk to them, get some advice from them, get some suggestions, and then do whatever you want to, whatever feels right in the moment. I don't like people who talk to other people like they're dumb or they're stupid. I have been made fun of a lot. I have been humiliated in public a lot. And I absolutely despise people who think that they have this upper hand of, like, okay, I'm going to be the one who's going to make decisions in your life because I know better, and, I've been through shit, and, nope. Nope, not gonna work for me at all. Nope. Thank you. Same thing goes for people who wanna control other people because they think that they cannot make decisions in life. Okay, honestly, I'm not gonna talk about parents here because they might get offended when I say this. Like, yes, you have to make your child's decisions till a certain age, but you have to let them go at one point. Trust me, I love my parents and they love me, obviously, okay? But there are times where I want to make my own decisions and they do come in the way. They do think that I am still that small girl, that tiny girl who doesn't know how to make my own decisions. But at the same time, I do. Until the moment I won't make my own decisions, I don't think I would be able to, believe in myself that much. If I keep on relying on my parents to make my own decisions, I don't think that I would go anywhere in life. So, to all parents or anyone who is a control freak, probably even me, I have control issues, but let other people make their own decisions because honestly, it's not it's not that big of a deal. Trust me, it's not. Like, there are some things that obviously they can ignore, like you can ignore, and let this person make decisions with. It's fine. There are bigger things that might need your suggestion or your advice, but don't look at people from a way that, oh, this person just cannot make any decisions, they just don't know any better, they have always been like this with me, and they will never get better, and they will never improve, and they will never get the brains. Again, same point, trying to make them feel stupid or dumb. Come on, dude. Like, seriously, you weren't born with a user manual on how to make decisions in life. Come on. The last two are kind of the major ones for me. Number one is crying is a weakness for people. For me, crying is like, if you don't cry, you're not human. Crying is my strength. I cry when I want to let go of things. I cry when things get too much on me. I cry when I just am very annoyed. I cry when I'm angry. I cry a lot. That's a whole different thing. I do cry a lot, but I know how to move on from that thing after crying about it. I know how to let it go as well. Yeah, some people think that I don't. I really do. I know how to control myself. I know how to control my emotions to a point where people think that I have no emotions. But yeah, I know how to control it. I know how to calm myself down in an instant. And that's my strength because I have that much control on my, my brain or my mind or my emotions. I know when to just let it go and cry till my heart's extent and all of those things. I know how to do that. But people, when they come up to me and they're just like, oh, why are you crying? You're like so weak, or come on, you're strong, don't cry. I am strong, but I'm still gonna cry. Like, why is it such a fucking problem? I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Especially men are always told this, don't cry, you're a man, man up. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, I hate when people make you feel like you're not human and you're just a robot and you're not supposed to have feelings and you're not supposed to cry or not supposed to be over happy about something. I hate that. Absolutely hate it, because trust me, if somebody would do that with you, you would be hating on the world right now. In the contrary, if you cry a lot, you're a crybaby and it's a weakness. But if you don't cry at all, it's also like you have no emotions. For me, it's like, if a person cries, I'm like, oh, thank God this person is human, you know. But if a person does not cry at all, I'm like, dude, is something wrong with you? What? Are you okay? Like, it's fine, you can cry, you don't have to boil it up, like, you don't have to just keep piling it up inside of you. It's fine, you can let it go. I just don't know why people don't understand that. The last one is, it hits home. Denying the spiritual world because you believe in science. I think I need to send you a Dr. Joe Dispenza book set so that you would understand how science and spirituality and all of those things are interlinked with each other. Trust me, dude. I mean, like, there are so many things that I hate that people do. Obviously, I have no control over all of the, like, this whole list of things that I just said. I have no control over these things, and people will still continue doing that. It's just I just wanted to share my pet peeves because I woke up and I chose violence sort of a state right now. But trust me, like, I don't know, there are some things in this list that obviously just irritate me just because. There are some things which are very reasonable from my point of view, like not planning your life and just staying in your comfort zone and all of those things. They are very reasonable from my point of view. Probably might not be from your point of view, and that's absolutely fine. But I just think that at one point, whatever it may be, you should try to be a better you every day than trying to be the same you every day. I think it's very, very important to let your trauma pass and let it go and grow from it, not just move on from it. Acknowledge it, accept it. Yes, it happened. Couldn't do anything about it, couldn't change anything. The next day is the day that you have control over, so let's just focus on that. Let me know your pet peeves down in the comments below because I'm very much interested in knowing your pet peeves. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.